this?
Well, the nature of the transformation, I think, is special and unique to this period. All earlier mythological systems and religious systems were formed within a bounded horizon. I mean, this is a big point of mine. The Christian tradition goes up here, the Buddhists are over here, and so forth and so on. Now, they've all come together. You know, jet travel, a couple of days, you can be in Japan. It used to take weeks. And we have students from all parts of the world right on our campuses, so that the cultures are coming together as though they were the same culture. And with this interlocking and intermixing, the first effect, of course, is disintegrative. The people lose the sense of their own integrity, but the sense of the global unit of mankind, which is what we are now, hasn't come to being. And there are lots of systems pulling back, like this one in Islam, or like the Jewish one, you know, the chosen people, or the Christian one. Each is pulling back into his own, or black power and all this kind of thing. Instead of, I mean, one of the important considerations, if you want to know what your own mythological stance is, what is your in-group? Is it mankind, or is it some little group here? Because the characteristic of in-groups, and this is true of every single one of them, is it reserves the quality of love for us. And calumny and bad names and aggression and malice are thrust outward. But there's no outside anymore. And this is something unique to today. It has never happened before. So what are you going to do with all that negativism and the degrading way of regarding other peoples, regarding others as it, you know, just an it, Buber's word, I, thou, and I, it. These are two different I's that are talking there. And when you relate to someone else as a thou, as a fellow human being, this is different from just someone whom you can knock around and murder and so forth. That's the crisis of today. There was a somewhat similar time in the Hellenistic period when the Eastern Mediterranean cultures all flowed together after Alexander the Great's campaigns. India was opened and so forth and so on. But this is much bigger than that and much more permanent than that. That's what I see as today's problem, and the emergence of a consciousness of humanity instead of this, that, or another in-group. I don't know who's preaching it.
I don't either.
No.
And along with all that goes a new conception of the Mother Earth in relation to the universe, which seems to be ever expanding as far as we can tell.
Yes.
We don't seem to have a cosmology to match what science is telling us.
Well, that's another important point, and it's one of the great problems of our religious tradition, because with the Bible, which is a work of a long time ago, a cosmology is established as fundamental to the religious thinking that has no relationship whatsoever to the world we're living in today. I mean, it's such a basic religious idea as an ascension to heaven. Elijah going up in a chariot with 4 horses. Jesus' body going up, Mary following a couple of years later. That doesn't make any sense in a world where you don't have a 3-story universe, earth, the air, and the heaven above. There is no heaven above, no place to go. And so the image is lost if you're going to interpret it concretely the way it's being interpreted. And the incongruity of our religious tradition and the wonder, the mystery, the magic of the cosmology that is now given us by science, the religious teachers haven't taken it in. They in fact resent it a little bit. And every time science comes up with a new thought, the religions are baffled. It started in 1543 with the Copernican heliocentric universe. My gosh, it was just heresy. People could be killed for teaching it. The Darwinian theory, when it was announced, 1859, again, a reaction. And still, in some parts of the United States, you're not allowed to teach evolution without teaching the Bible alongside of it. So our religious teachers haven't caught the story at all. But religious teachers are not the ones who should get it. Should be the poets, should be the artists. Because all religious revelation has come from the poets, the artists, and the prophets, not the preachers. And our artists haven't, I mean, it's too big. They haven't found a way to handle it.
Just haven't digested it yet.
No. And this is why I think the study of mythology is so helpful. Because certainly the Oriental mythologies have no problem with the world that we're now discovering. That's the world they're already talking about. You read the Hindu ideas of the cycles of time, they're like the cycles of the expanding, contracting, and exploding universe.